Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second podcast of Eco-Mythbusters Roundtable, where we actively debunk, discuss, and discover the truth behind environmental myths. Joining me today, we have Miss Suma. She works as a finance executive currently. She has studied finance for 4 years, and over the last 3 years, she has been helping her mother out as a vegetable vendor. It's a pleasure to have you here, Miss Suma.
Thank you.
How do you feel about being here today?
Nice. It feels cool, and I'm hoping it goes best.
Absolutely. Have you ever done anything like this before?
Yeah, for 2-3 kids I have done from the e-block for small kids. For them, for an activity I have done it.
Alright, so great. You have some experience with this, and I hope that we can have a productive discussion. Alright, so my first question for you is, I've seen you've been coming here for 3 years. You have a wide spread of vegetables here and fruits as well. So I just wanted to know, where do you source these vegetables and fruits from?
The main thing is we source our vegetable mostly from Kerpuram.
Alright.
And even from the Hoskote, directly from the farmers. Some like mango, banana, pineapples, like papaya, everything will be sourced from Hoskote.
Alright.
And even like coriander leaves, palak, methi, sab wahan par.
Alright, that's great. And so Hoskote, you directly source them from the farmers, right?
Yeah.
And this Kerpuram you talk about, is that also from farmers or is that a wholesale market?
It is like a wholesale market.
Alright.
And most of the farmers will be available.
Alright.
Like 90% of the farmers, like they'll be available at 12 o'clock in the midnight.
Alright, and from when does this store operate? How many days of the week? What are the timings?
Every day it operates, like farmers will come at 12 o'clock and we have a middleman over there. They'll purchase through farmers and they'll start by 3 o'clock.
Alright, so essentially you're sourcing your vegetables and fruits as a combination from directly organically produced fruits and vegetables from the farmers and then also from the wholesale mandis, right?
Yeah.
Alright, great. Alright, so you said you source them from Kerpuram and Hoskote, right? How far are both of these sources for you? Like, how far is Hoskote from here? How far is Kerpuram from here?
Both are like, Hoskote is like 5 kilometers.
Okay.
And Kerpuram is just like 2.3 or 4.
2.3 or 4 kilometers.
Yeah.
Alright. And how long does it usually take you to transport these?
The thing is, in the morning there will be no traffic, so that it takes approximately like 45 minutes to half an hour.
Okay, and what method of transportation do you use? Do you bring them in trucks or in autos or?
My mom from Kerpuram, she depot an auto.
Alright.
But my dad from Hoskote, he'll be getting it from car.
From car. Okay, and are you able to refrigerate any of these fruits and vegetables while you're bringing them from these markets and
No, we
farmers?
do. We usually get on the day like Sunday only we get all the vegetables and the fruits.
Alright.
So I don't think so. We need to refrigerate it anyway. Because farmers they usually do that.
Alright, so the farmers themselves they refrigerate it.
They refrigerate it.
So the fact that you're not refrigerating these while bringing it here, that does not affect the quality, right?
No.
No?
But because 90% of the farmers where we directly import, they used to remove the. I mean, like they get the vegetables or fruits like just a day before yesterday. I mean,
Alright.
one day
Okay.
previous they'll get the vegetables and fruits and they'll sell it on the same day. But
Alright.
because even they want to keep the quality and quantity need to be maintained there.
Yeah, great. So it's all fresh that way. Alright. Yeah, okay, so that's great. So it's fresh, you are able to transport it from Kerpuram and Hoskote using autos and trucks. And if I may ask, what do these trucks and autos run on? They're autos, obviously, I assume they're diesel and petrol based, right?
They use gas.
They're all gas based, so
Yeah.
they're not electric.
Uh-huh.
Actually, if you remember from my first podcast, I spoke about the limitations of gas based and lithium ion battery based vehicles as well. Okay, so you said these farmers and these markets, they all sell fresh produce, right? So within 1 to 2 days of them being harvested. And you come here every Sunday, I believe. So how often do you have to buy new stock? Oh.
My mom every day she'll get from the market.
Every day?
Every day.
Alright.
Why? Because Sunday we'll keep a stall in your apartment, and rest every day we have a shop. So to sell it in the shop also, she'll oftenly get it.
Alright, so you have multiple outlets, right? Okay, so now that brings me to my next question. Which vegetables and fruits spoil the fastest?
At present situation, it is mango.
Mango. Alright.
Mangoes and even gooseberries and apple, watermelon. Most oftenly watermelon will get spoiled. Why? Because they'll give an medicine to that.
Oh, okay,
So most probably in the fruits it may get spoiled. And when it comes to green vegetables, you can go with coriander and even beans, carrot. One more, which is that Loki and all. You will have like survival timing like 1.5 day or 2 day like that.
Alright.
You can sell it. But rest every green vegetable it gets spoiled.
Okay, and that's quite a bit of produce actually. That's almost, I think, 60 to 70% of what you
Huh.
guys sell, right? And that actually takes us to another problem in India's vegetable vending infrastructure. In fact, studies estimate that 5 to 16%, I believe, the post-harvest losses of crops in India range from 5 to 16%. And given how much of crops our farmers actually harvest all year round, that is a pretty big number.
Yeah.
And now that actually brings me to my next question. What do you do with these fruits and vegetables once they're spoiled?
My mom used to give it for the cows where we have near our home. Cows and even for at Bandapura we have one vegetable harvesting shop where they use the vegetable and they'll convert that into biodegradable gas. So they will giving to them.
Alright, so you guys do have an entire disposal system, right?
Huh.
Alright, that's great. Okay, so moving on now, I just wanted to ask, the fruits and vegetables that you sell nowadays, are those mostly organic or are they chemical fertilizers and pesticide based, or are they genetically modified?
To be honest with you, the thing is, everybody will say that it is an organic.
Okay.
I don't believe it is an organic. If it is an organic, most probably most of the vegetable does not get spoiled within 1 or 2 days.
Alright.
It survives like at least 3 to 4 days. But because of this chemicals and rest everything, pesticides and some of the for mangoes they do a carbon dioxide chemical. To that it get arrived and they'll sell it earlier.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. 90% of the vegetables do you get at present situation, it is not an organic.
Alright, and I actually think it's very justified for you to be skeptic about this as well, because many studies reveal that between 2022 and 2024, I believe, over 52,000 tons of fertilizers and chemical pesticides have been used in harvesting across India, and that is quite a big number.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to interject here, but I just wanted to ask, have you seen any trends in this use of fertilizers or chemical pesticides over the past few years? Has it increased? Has it decreased? What do you believe?
I don't think so it has decreased by any chance because farmers and middlemen, what they are doing is they want the stock need to be sold at a earliest point. I mean, see, now the mango season have been started. Once the mango season has started, see, in earlier days, actually if mango season starts, to ripe mango and to get a original mangoes without an keeping an chemical or anything like that ripe in a mango tree only, it used to take like 3 to 4 months. Now if mango season starts, in the next week you will have the ripe mangoes. Then how it is
Yeah.
possible? Without any interaction, how can you get a ripe mango without the chemical fertilization or carbon dioxide oxygen in the godowns? You can't get any mangoes or even like banana. If you see Elaki and Robusta, it takes nearly 2 to 3 days to get ripe. But they dip into a chemical, making sure that they get the bananas at morning at 4 o'clock that get ripe in the same day by 6 o'clock in the evening. So I don't think so that have been changed by any chance.
Yeah, and thank you for those wonderful insights actually. And let's not forget, now that we're talking about these fertilizers, obviously it has implications on the crops themselves, but there are severe implications on the health of individuals as well.
90% of the like our grannies and their mom, dad, they are still alive for their what they have led their legacies by having a natural fruits, vegetables,
Absolutely.
everything. But at this situation, if we are having the same quantity of fruits and vegetables also, we can't survive more than like 30 to 40 years. Everybody are issuing the heart problem, sugar, everything, BP.
Exactly.
Everything is coming back to each and every, even a small baby, like newborn baby is also having the health issues.
Absolutely.
It is because of the what nutritions of our food we are having it.
Yeah, that's actually a very great point. And aside from the health of individuals as well, this heavy use of fertilizers and chemical pesticides around the world has implications on the environment as well, right?
Yeah, it is 90% of the land, farmable land is getting into an agriculture land. In our past, my grandfathers, their grandfathers lands and all, they used to use it for 100 years, 200 years for the fertilization. But at present situation, for agriculture land, they are only using for 2 to 3 years, and they are going to sell it for an infrastructure or for buildings, for any marketing places, something like that. They are doing and they are selling it. Why? Because there is no roots to the like vegetables need to be grown there. There is no good environment to be done growing over there.
Exactly. And aside from that, obviously a lot of this depends on what the fertilizers are made of also, right? So most fertilizers, they're phosphorus and nitrogen based.
Yeah, and even carbon dioxide.
Even carbon dioxide. And that severely affects the health of the soil, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that leads to soil degradation. And another major problem is, since these are often surrounded by water bodies, right? A lot of these fertilizers and chemical pesticides, they run off into these water bodies.
Yeah, and it kills the fish, water living animal. Even in the soil we have a earthworm which creates a good vegetable growing capacity in the soil, and it kills the pesticides. But most of the thing now, there is no earthworm in the agricultural land, so you don't get nutritious vegetables or fruits.
Exactly. Those earthworms themselves have a significant value to the ecosystem as well, right? And actually I want to go back to the point you were talking about, where it kills the fish and all the marine and water species. That is actually because of a process called eutrophication, just for the viewers. What happens there is the nitrogen and phosphorus, once they run into the water bodies, they lead to algal blooms, because it leads to a nutrient excess in the water, and that depletes the oxygen present inside the water bodies. So that is another major problem that is happening not only in India, around the world.
Yeah, but I don't think so. In outside the country, they are using more pesticides compared to India. Other countries, except China and Japan, I don't know, but China, they are using the pesticides accordingly how we are using. But other countries like USA, like Norway, something like that, every countries, they are not using more pesticides.
Alright, and why is that? Why do you believe that is?
They have an healthy life. If you compare to Indian people, they have an healthy life of 70 years, 80 years, 90 years of lifespan. If it is, then they are having a healthy food. Without having a healthy food, they can't survive for longest period. They are more into an organic agriculture. But we are saying just we are into an organic agriculture, but we are not usually making it. We are just into a chemical field.
Alright, so the problem is not only the heavy use of fertilizers and inorganic compounds, it is also false claims.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Now, I'm moving on to my final question, and this is a bit of a scenario-based question. If you had the power or authority to change any one aspect of our current supply chain in fruit and vegetable selling in India, that is how they are sold, how they are produced, how they are maintained, the cold chain, whatever, what would you change and why?
I would like to change the middlemen. I really want to cut the middlemen from the market. Why?
Alright.
Because of this middlemen, farmers are getting a low price, and for customers we have a high price. Most probably, I'll say what is the middleman is. Middleman is a person who purchase vegetables from the farmer and sell it to the until customers.
Okay, so it's like the people you have in mandis and wholesale markets, right?
Why? Because in the thing is, farmers sell any fruits like papaya or something like that for 10 rupees per kg. But middleman, they'll purchase for it 5 rupees per kg, and they'll sell it to the customers for 25 to 30 rupees. The thing is, he'll be having a more profit, and farmers are at loss position. And for ultimate customers also, sometimes they are not able to consume that products. So I think that I want to remove a middleman from this chain of working.
And yeah, I agree with you absolutely, because if we all know how futile the states of our farmers are in the country, right? And it's really, really sad. And
It's too bad.
Exactly. And I believe that what you have mentioned, removing the middlemen, I wouldn't personally agree with removing the middlemen completely, as you described, because it obviously has lots of contribution to the national GDP and national economic growth. But
the thing
yes,
is,
we can cut them definitely.
We have to cut them. Why? Because even farmers should get the profitable business. See, only middleman can't be in a profitable position. Even farmers and ultimate consumers also to be they are into the in the safer side.
Yeah.
But 90% of farmers, I don't think so. They are in the safer side of the profit.
Yeah.
They are like if I compare in 100%, they are just like 1 or 2% of the profit. 95% of the profit goes to the middlemen, and consumers, we can't say we are into the profit by any chance.
All right. So basically, the producer should be getting majority of the profit, right?
Like if the farmers like grow the product goods like papaya, something like that, vegetables, he has to get at least the half of the profit. Like in 100%, he has to get at least 50% of his profit. Then only he can survive for long lasting time, and he can fertilize new goods or new crops also into the farming land. If it is not like that, then what is the use of farmers growing such a huge quantity of good crops and sell it into the market? It is not a good way.
Exactly. So equity above profit, yes.
Yeah.
All right. That wraps up the podcast for today. I hope the audience enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed being here.
Yeah, I have enjoyed too much, and thanks for asking so many questions regarding the vegetables. But nowadays, kids does not involve much in the organic farming like that. But it was nice to.
Yeah. Thank you, and your insights were really a delight to hear and interpret as well. I learned a lot. I'm sure the audience has learned a lot. So, yeah, it was a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Audience, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again next time.